Hi there, it's Sarah from Ruffles and Rainboots, and we're sharing a gnome with a coffee cup today. This has more than 10,000 shares already because I'm just now, getting around to sharing the video. If you'd like to make it, stick around. As always, please give this video a like so I know you're here, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Okay, so for our supply list, we need a Sherpa lined sock. This makes such a big difference. I have some clay noses and hands. We have some faux fur, rice, polyfill, and we're going to need some clay for our coffee cup. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut our sock. Now pay attention to where you're cutting it because honestly, you do not need to use one whole sock per gnome. So what we're going to do is we're using rice for this one because we made it last winter and it was a temporary gnome, but we're going to fill it with rice, about a cup or so. Then we're going to tuck it, even the Sherpa lining, tuck it all inside after we put a bit of polyfill on top. Tie it off with a rubber band or twine. Next up, we're going to trim our hat. So this is the top part of our sock, as you can see. And so we're going to take off this part. We're going to use that for our hands. It's already color coordinated and I'm lazy. No, really, I just think that if it's already color coordinated and you have it, let's use it. Okay, so finishing this part here, you can see all of our, like we have a lot of excess of this Sherpa, but it's really good for filling. So we don't want to remove it from our craft entirely. So we're going to use it as our stuffing. And you can see here, you're going to kind of want to roll up. This is the part we cut off, so the bottom part. And we're going to roll up both pieces. You see that? So you're going to roll that all the way up around each side so that you have this nice fuzzy little hemline. So you can see my two pieces, then I have to do the Sherpa lining and the knit part. And then we're just going to use a piece of twine to tie off the top of the hat because it looks like a pom-pom. So really, I will put a link down below to all of the supplies that I got on Amazon. You can try and find these. I've never seen these at the dollar store, but maybe they're there. But I'll put all the links there. So remember that little part of the heel that we cut off? Yeah, you're just going to cut that in half and look at that. Now we are going to make two arms with it. So again, this is a really quick craft. This is super economical, whether you are making them to sell or making them for friends or family, or just like me and you make them because you're obsessed with gnomes. So all we're going to do is we're going to make a rectangle, sort of ish, out of this heel. And again, this guy's really small, so we just need our small little hands. You're going to do that twice. I'll speed this up for you here. Y'all know I hate long drawn out videos, so I try and make them good for you. Let me know in the comments if you like these, where they're sped up, or if you want real time. Okay, so all we're going to do is we're just going to flip that thing in half and hot glue it together. Like that's it. We're not going to flip it inside out and do all that banana stuff because we're just going to hide this against the body. Okay, so now what we're going to do is you have a little bit of that like Sherpa fabric that was left over that we had cut off, remember, from the heel. So here's what we're doing with it. All we're going to do is make our little hand cuffs. So you're just going to create a teeny tiny little piece and then you're going to glue it around the end of the arm. Okay, so now this is a personal preference. I myself like big, fluffy, bushy beards. However, if you want to save money or be a bit more economical, you can use a smaller beard. But I like to have it very long and very robust. I'm using a 3-inch pile Mongolian fur, which is my favorite. If you've been here with Ruffles and Rainboots, you know this is my favorite. And we cut it in a bit of a U shape here. We're just going to attach this right to the body. And you can see here, put your seam in back, the bottom part. Okay, so we're just going to put about an inch below the tie of the body. And then if you, like me, really pronounce mustache, all you're going to need to do is in the same direction that the beard pile is moving, you're going to create a rectangle, and we're just going to split it in half with our fingers and use it as our mustache. So what we're going to do is we're going to place the hat on the top of the head so we know where to put our little nose. My personal preference is to have the nose sitting underneath the hat, not in front of it. And so once that nose is attached, right up under that, we're going to stick our little mustache on, and then we're just going to, and again, you can use a brush, you can use a comb, you can use your fingers, just style the beard however you want. And now we're going to attach our hat. We're just tacking this down so you're not going all the way around with a huge bead of glue because we have yet to put on our little arms. But we do want it to sit in one spot and not move while we put these guys in. Okay, so all you're going to do is make sure the seam is sort of pointing towards the back of the gnome, and you're going to tuck up the one end under the hat and glue it down. Oh, try not to get the glue in the beard. It's a mess. I end up cutting it out if I have any glue spots in there. And all you're going to do is you're going to make sure that both of these arms will come together to hold your little coffee cup. And just attach the other one. And now we have to actually glue on the hands. And if you will, just a little tip, hold these for just a half a second so that the glue forms without dropping your little hand off, or B, clumping up onto the beard. So just FYI. All right, now here's the fun part. We're going to make a little teeny tiny mug. I think this is why this has been so popular on Pinterest, is because this is one of the first things that we shared with regards to the mugs, and no one knew how to make them. All you're going to do is take a bit of brown clay, make a circle, and then I just use sort of like thin wispy strips to make the latte part of our coffee. This part's our coffee. And then you're going to, make it smooth, kind of make it rounded, and blend it a little bit together with your hands. Like this is real time, so you can see I sped it up, but it doesn't take a long time. Then you get to make a marshmallow shape, which is my favorite. We're going to roll it out and make it smooth. And then, because you just need a little bit of this topper, you can see here, I'm just gonna stick it right here on the mug. Right? All this is done with our hands. Like, you don't need special tools or anything, but you will need to make sure you roll it after you put it in there so that it sits inside, so you can see like the lip of the cup, And then if you want, you can do a Starbucks style cup, or you can do a small mug if you want to make a handle. Just either way, whatever floats your boat, bake that and then attach it using hot glue or E6000, your preference, and you're done. That's really it. This is a super easy sock gnome. You can also place this onto shoes or boots. So you can see here, by the way, I just put this on his beard as well. That was just my preference for this one. I don't always do that. I just did it on this one. But this is a really easy sock gnome. You can put it on boot ornaments or shoes. I'm going to have a video sharing a whole lot of ways to make shoes and boots for gnomes. But until we get there, let me know, what do you think of this guy? Will you make him? Have you already made him? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, please like this video and subscribe to Ruffles and Rain Boots.